Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Elad Schulman. He is the co-founder and CEO at Lasso Security. Elad, it is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you very much, Judy. It's a pleasure to be here.
And you brought your cowboy hat.
Yes, I did. I'm a cowboy.
So let's talk about Lasso Security. Tell me about the company. What do you do?
So Lasso Security is all about protecting organizations which are getting into the generative AI world, but we're doing it in a safe and secure way. So we're a cybersecurity company, but basically we're enabling the organizations to get into this fascinating era.
Mm-hmm. So now you founded the company less than a year ago.
Correct.
And you really got some steam behind you right now. So tell me, what type of customers do you work with?
So we're working with all sorts of customers. Our focus is mostly on the enterprises, mainly on the regulated industry, so financials, healthcares, and alikes. But this problem of generative AI security is relevant for basically almost any organization because everyone is using generative AI this day, whether it's a small company, a large company, here in the US, across the globe, across multiple geographies and verticals. So it is relevant for everyone, but the more mature organizations, the enterprises, are adopting it faster, so this is where we'll focus.
So you talk about generative AI. Tell me, how can companies move fast with generative AI, and what are the potential risks associated with LLM and AI technologies?
So basically, people are running into the unknown. So they're running fast because it's accelerating productivity and helping their employees and their applications to provide better results. But with that, there are a lot of dangers like data loss. So they can lose sensitive data of the employees, of the customers, intellectual property, but also they can get data from the LLMs into their environments, whether it is rogue code or things to get the application to get stuck, or even IP of another organization. So basically, what we're telling all of our organizations, first, know what's happening, know what your employees are using, know which tools they're using, get some sort of insights into which data is being passed back and forth, and then start putting the right guardrails and apply detection and response capabilities when working with these models.
And in what ways does LLM and Gen AI security differ from security measures for traditional applications?
So the generative AI world is basically now opening a world where we're talking in conversations with the models. It's not just getting to write one question and getting one answer. It's a conversation. And as such, it's unstructured, it's situational, and there's a lot of data which is being passed back and forth. And within that, protecting the data which is being passed back and forth, which is unstructured, becomes much harder. For example, if someone is writing a credit card number in digits, it's very easy to identify it with existing mechanisms. But in the generative AI world, you can write a credit card number in words. So the word 4, the word 5, and so on. And the model knows how to interpret it. And the existing mechanisms are not able to address it. And as such, and this is just a very, very small example, and protecting it is something that requires deep expertise within the models, understanding of them, and not looking across all sorts of other mechanisms.
Mm-hmm. And finally, tell me, what strategies can businesses employ to prevent employees from inadvertently exposing sensitive data when utilizing LLM-based tools?
So it starts, of course, with education, telling people that there are dangers around that, putting the right policies, but later on also putting, as I mentioned earlier on, the right guardrails and understanding what is being used, which data is being used there, and then getting into understanding what is the real risk the organization has and which policy we want to enforce, and applying the different mechanisms to detect when something bad has happened, like a data leak or that you got something back. You want to anonymize data on the fly, you want to block these interactions, but basically it's asking what's happening, what can I do to protect it, and being ready for what's coming next, because there's a lot that we don't know about this world today, and this is running so fast and things will change. We need to evolve quickly, but still enable the employees to work and be more productive.
Elad, it was wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you very much, Judy. It was my pleasure.